Know your client. It has always been good business. Now it is part of your compliance obligations. Hi, my name is Martin Angelin and I'm a Business Development Manager at APS. Today we'll be looking at the impact on your practice of the new Anti-Money Laundering (AML) and Counter-Terrorism Financing (CTF) legislation. Accountants run lots of searches, and as many practices diversify their services into superannuation, financial planning, finance broking and other lines of business, the need for additional searches will expand even further. The output of these searches need to be stored somewhere and be easy to retrieve again and dispersed quickly with minimal admin effort. That is pretty much business as usual. However, what is coming is legislation that will require accountants to identify financial transactions that may be related to money laundering or terrorism financing with substantial fines for non-compliance. There is no doubt that the Tranche 2 of the AML-CTF legislation places a greater compliance burden on accountants. But you do have a choice. You can get ready or not. In New Zealand, legislation was introduced in December 2017 with compliance mandatory from the 1st of July 2018. A similar situation is expected in Australia, so time is of the essence for practices in both Australia and New Zealand. Why does the client want such a complicated structure? Who are the ultimate beneficiaries? Am I dealing with a politically exposed person? Who is my nominated compliance officer? Where is my compliance document? What is my training program? There is a bit to be done. Even more importantly, what is my risk? If I'm a small practice, will I be targeted because I'm perceived to be an easy target with less staff available to do due diligence required? How can I protect my professional reputation and show that I am up to date with this new legislation? Am I creating a culture within the practice of accountability for this compliance regime? Have I got access to the right technology to assist? And the penalties can be significant, but it is not all doom and gloom. Just as APS is a specialist practice management solution for accounting practices, InfoTrack is a specialist search solution. Collectively, these two leading solutions can ease the AML-CTF compliance burden and streamline existing search processes. Recently, the AML-CTF searches have been added to InfoTrack. Here are some examples of the AML search options. Notice at the bottom the various reports available with varying levels of information. Similar searches are available through InfoTrack New Zealand. Whilst the focus of this presentation is the AML and CTF requirements, remember that InfoTrack provides land title searches, settlements, credit history, and a primary interest for accounting practices, asset company searches in Australia, and companies' office searches in New Zealand. Even if you mostly run ASIC or companies' office searches, InfoTrack has some unique value-added services for you. Let's look at the standard ASIC company search. Compare this text-based report to this reveal screen. You can see that the graphical representation is much easier to understand. It's an ideal way of opening discussions with a new client or an existing one who needs to change their structure, and it can be customized using the icons at the top of the screen to add additional entities. Let's look at how this relates to your usage of the APS solution. Integration is the key. Firstly, an InfoTrack search can be launched from within APS Central Console. The second integration point is with document management systems. The APS client and matter is used to automatically populate the appropriate indexes and directories within your document management system, whether that is Virtual Cabinet, iManage, also known as Worksite, or ADM within APS PM. The document reference is in the red box and the location is in the green box. And the third integration point is the automatic generation of a disbursement entry against the correct client and matter for the cost of the InfoTrack search. This ensures that the disbursement is immediately available for billing when required. A final summary on the AML checks. You can run all of the required searches through InfoTrack. ASIC, directors, politically exposed persons and sanctions, and AFSA searches, and get all the results in a single package. However, remember Morpheus. AML and CTF are coming, and you have a choice. Get ready or not. That concludes our overview, and for more information, please go to the Practice Hub.